On today's video, we're going to unbox this thing from Tractor Supply.
This is the Old Guy Network.
Yep.
Welcome back to the Old Guy Network. I'm the Old Guy, the OG Jay. You knew that already. And you are in the trailer hood, and it's nice to have you here. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's very important. Like the video, share the videos, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. That's really, really important to me. And remember, you can help out the channel by going to my coffee page. There is a link in the description for the price of a cup of coffee. It really helps the channel a lot. And it allows me to buy stuff so I can unbox and things and make these videos. And today is no exception. I went to Tractor Supply because it's one of my favorite places to go, and I was bored. It's a Sunday after all, so I jumped in my little convertible, took the top down, went to Tractor Supply, and I bought one of these. I've been looking for one of these for a very long time, and they had it hidden away inside there, so I couldn't see it. And if you're asking, what the heck is that? It says right here, it is a siphon-fed abrasive blaster. It is a sand blaster. I don't know why they don't just say that, but you can use more than just sand. There's other abrasives you can put in here. You get the idea. Anyway, I have some trouble spots around my palatial estate that I want to try to clean up, and I thought one of these would work. And this thing was $23.99 before tax. So I have high hopes. I had one of these years ago. And then my ex-wife sold it in the yard sale that she had when we got a divorce, along with a couple of tractors and all my tools and a bunch of other stuff. So, but I'm not bitter. But I got this thing now, and we're going to take it out to the shop, and we're going to tear it out of the package and test it out and see if it does what I want it to do. If it doesn't, well, I'll be very disappointed. But, won't be the first time. So let's head on out to the shed right now. Okay, we're back in the shed, right where I want to be, because let's face it, in the summertime I spend more time out here than I do in the other place. It's a little cluttered right now. When isn't it? But now it's especially cluttered because my good friend Dolores, she's having a yard sale. We're both going to have a yard sale here, maybe next weekend? I'm not sure. But I got a bunch of her crap back there and all of my crap, so it's a lot of crap. Today, what are we doing? We got this thing. If you don't know what this is, it's a siphon-fed abrasive blaster, or also known as a sand blaster. Yeah. So, I wanted one of these for a while, and I finally found it at Tractor Supply. I found them there once before, and then I couldn't find them again. And no, I don't ask for directions or ask people where things are, because that would be helpful. All right, first thing for our unboxing, got to have a knife. Almost always have my knife on me. Got most of it cut. And there's that. Let's see if we can pull that out now. We'll put that back. This is pretty simple. I have had these before. Sadly, I don't have my original one because I really liked it. But what are you going to do? It was $23.99, which I think is a pretty fair deal. With the price of things nowadays, I didn't think that was bad at all. All right. Let's show you the components. This is the gun. This is the trigger. This is the siphon. And at the end, this is the pickup tool. Do not cover breather tube hole. Don't cover that up. They put the warning label right on there. And I'm going to leave it on there. Why not? That's it. So basically, you hook up your compressor to right here. And that blows air in through here and causes a vacuum right here, which sucks up the material into this nice big hose. And this is a rugged hose. This is over an inch thick. So I don't know what I guess the inside diameter is 1 inch. The one I had before that was only about a half an inch, and it still worked really well. This will take more coarser material. And of course we have the nozzle at the end, and this screws right off so you can clean it. See? That's it. The one that I had before, you could actually purchase different nozzles. I don't know if you can do that with this one. We can look online, look on the internets and see. I mentioned I got this at Tractor Supply, and Job Smart is the brand. I think that's their brand. I'm not really sure. There's a warning on here that says wear your safety glasses. Well, I got these on, so what the heck. Tractor Supply Company. Yeah, I think made in China. Well, that's where all the good stuff comes from, right? So anyway, 8 CFM air consumption works with 80 to 100 PSI. And that's about what the maximum is on my tiny compressor, which I bought at, I did not get that at Tractor Supply. I got that somewhere else, so we won't even talk about it. But first thing we got to do, we got to put the adapter on. And the adapter comes with it. Now they do make different types of adapters. I'm going to show you the difference. I'm going to explain the difference. I can't really show you. But you see how this has kind of a short nub right there. Some of them have a longer one. I don't know why. My dad's, when he was around, when he was alive, his compressor used the bigger one. So every time I brought my tools over to his house, I had to change out these. I don't know why. But normally they look like this. And normally I would put on some Teflon tape. I'm not sure where my tape is, so we're going to hope this is going to be good enough. We'll just put that on. And then I need a bucket. And don't worry, I will tighten that with a wrench before we go outside. Now, you can see I'm sweating so much, it's warm in this shed that my glasses are falling down. Gotta have a bucket. I got one of these I got from the dollar store. That should work. We'll fill this up with water, and then I'll show you the area that I'm having a problem with, and we'll see if this actually works. So I'm gonna go tighten this up, and I'll meet you over by the big pine tree. And this is the big pine tree, and down here, let's see if we can get right close to it. Whoever built the deck, they cut a hole for the tree, but they didn't count on all this sap. This is hardened sap, and I want to see if this little blaster can take that away. Now, it probably can with the abrasive sand, but I want to try it with water first and see how that works. Okay? We got the bucket filled up with water, and I've added this little clamp so that it stays in the bucket. Now, the more water comes out, of course, the lighter the bucket's going to be. I brought another clamp out in case we have to clamp the bucket to the deck, but we don't know that yet. So now I'm going to go get the compressor hose and get started. All right, and all we do is connect this to this. And yeah, it's going to leak a little bit because I didn't use any Teflon tape. All right, let's see if it works. Now, because, first of all, there's not enough air, the compressor's too small, and the orifice at the end of the gun is too large. It needs to have a smaller one. Well, my neighbor decided she was going to have some people come over and look at her trailer today. It's a Sunday, so I didn't think they could do that, but they didn't really look at much. They just stood by the door, the back door, and talked and laughed and had a good time. And so good for them while I was in the middle of making this video. and they wouldn't stop. So I didn't ask them. I mean, I didn't want to be rude. So I just packed everything up and came back in here. And as soon as I did, of course, they all went their separate ways. I'm not going back outside to explain this. So we'll do the best we can right here. First of all, it works exactly the way it says it works. When you use about 100 pounds of pressure, it's the gun works perfect. The pickup tool works perfect. I am convinced this would work great with sand or any other particulate that you use. There are other, there's like bead blasting and that sort of thing. I think you wouldn't have a problem with that. But my little compressor has terrible recovery time, and it goes from 100 pounds of pressure down to about 40 pounds of pressure in just a few seconds, and it takes forever for it to come back up. So my compressor is not going to work with this. My compressor probably wouldn't work with the sand either, because it still needs about 80 pounds of pressure. So that's very disappointing. Does that mean I gave up? No, I'm not giving up. I think it can work. If it doesn't work with the water, it can work with the sand or whatever else I use. But I'm going to need a bigger compressor. So I'm not going to run out and buy one because I can't really afford it. So I'm going to see if I can borrow a larger compressor. My old compressor would have done this no problem at all. It kept 100 pounds of pressure up for as long as you needed it. Had great recovery time. But that's gone. So now I got to deal with this. So I'm going to see if I can find another compressor to borrow. As far as the unboxing is concerned, successful. It is exactly what it said it was. It was only $23.99 at Tractor Supply. It is what it is. I mean, it's not a really expensive tool, and there's not a whole lot to it. It does what it says it does, but you got to have the right compressor. Now, a lot of people I know are somebody might write in the comments, well, just use a pressure washer because that has a lot more pressure. The orifice is smaller, so the water comes out faster. That's absolutely right, but I can't afford to buy a pressure washer. And the person that I was going to borrow one from, well, I don't think he wants to see me anymore. Yeah, there was a problem there. So I have no problem with him. And if he watches this video, he probably knows what I'm talking about. And you know what? I still think the world of you. I do. But I know you're not going to lend me your pressure washer now. And that's okay. So next time we try this, hopefully I'll have another compressor here with a better recovery time, or maybe I can borrow a pressure washer from someone and try that. I think what I'm going to have to do when all is said and done, probably the easiest thing is to get my old wide chisels that I have, sharpen them up as best I can, and try to just chisel that stuff off. It is horrible, and it was a bad design as far as the deck was concerned, because he didn't count on the tree growing too, and now the tree is a little bit larger around, and it's pushing on the deck, and it's causing some other problems. But that's okay. That's it for this unboxing. Yes, the tool works the way it's supposed to. I'll put a link in the description. You can go and check it out at Tractor Supply if they actually have it online. If not, well, then I'll just give you a link to Tractor Supply. Why not? Thank you so much for spending time with me here in the Trailer Hood, and for the Old Guy Network. I'm the Old Guy, and I'm out.